Hello, Just2Film here. Today I wanted to review My Old Ass, which is Megan Park's second film. Megan Park directed The Fallout in 2022, which I didn't enjoy as much as other people, but to be fair, I don't think I saw it sober. I am sober now. Regardless, speaking of not being sober, that's kind of the premise of this film, at least in those first 5 minutes. They do not waste time. So I guess if you want to go in blind, click off the video. But basically, in the first 5 minutes, character's turning 18, 18th birthday. She does shrooms for the first time, and she sees her future self. Her future self is played by Aubrey Plaza, and Aubrey Plaza is full-on interacting with this main character. The main character is played by Macy Stella, and it's weird because it was like, okay, wait, these do not feel like the same person. So that was already a fault because Aubrey Plaza is, guess what, playing her same sardonic self that we see in so many films. I think she's a great actress, but geez, is she typecast and just stuck in this role of being that snarky Aubrey Plaza. I love Aubrey Plaza, but still. And the humor was not hitting with me for these first 20 or so minutes. It was trying way too hard to get laughs, and none of it was funny. So I was like, okay, this is gonna be a crappy movie. Oh no, I didn't like The Fallout. I'm not gonna like this. But honestly, after that quick, fast introduction, getting right into it, after that, future younger self interacting, the initial moment, it started to win me over because it slowed down. It stopped trying so hard with the humor, and it stopped trying to have a more goofy tone and went for something more sentimental that I wasn't expecting as much. And if I had to be honest, by the end of the film, this left a huge impression on me. And I think there's one of the best emotional moments from a film that I've seen all year in this film. This film genuinely got me with what it was trying to do. I don't want to say too much. But yeah, the main character, Macy Stella, I think the performance for Macy Stella is just kind of okay. She's great in some scenes, but especially in that beginning, and then in some other scenes, she feels a little bit like she's just kind of acting. So I do wish her performance was a little bit tuned up a bit. Again, I wish Aubrey Plaza's performance was less of what I'd expect from her. But then I think there's a great performance from Percy Hynes-White, who I don't usually like in other films. So I was kind of like, okay, he's doing a good job in here. The film also proves to have some beautiful visuals of this Ontario location that they shoot. I actually really liked how it used the location and how the location felt like it had a personality to it. So once it stops trying hard on the humor, I would even say that some of the humor starts to work as the film goes on. Is it the funniest movie out there? No, and a lot doesn't hit. But like I said, a lot that doesn't hit is in those first 20 minutes that feel like it's trying too hard. There's a lot of pop culture references, and I've had to be honest, there's a pop culture sequence in the middle that I actually found pretty amusing. That if you sold me on paper, I would not have thought it was funny, but I'm like, okay, you did a good job there. I like what you did there. But other than that, I do think the score can be a little bit insistent at points, but it's not a bad score. It's not a bad score. It's just a bit overused at points and made some scenes feel a little bit more sentimental than I hoped. Even in an emotional part, they use the score, and I'm like, the emotions are there. Why are you adding on this score that almost feels a bit intrusive? But it never went into the category of this scene is ruined because of the emotional score. Because like I said, the score itself is good, and it wasn't too overused in that specific scene. So I was like, okay. But did you need to put a score there? I don't think so. And then another thing that I don't like that this film does so much is say the title of the film. I hate this in movies when they say the title of the film. You could say it if it's a character name, I get that. But they literally say My Old Ass throughout the film 5 times. Every time it sounds unnatural. It's oh, can I feel my old ass? What are you doing? Stop that, please. Please stop that. I don't know, that might just be a pet peeve on my part. So overall, I'd give this a 6 out of 10. It won me over. It didn't start great, but honestly, I think it ended great. And I have to give the film something for its emotional response that it ended up getting me. Is it a great film? No, it's closer to a 5 than a 7, but I still enjoyed it. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Tell me if you've seen My Old Ass, where you agree, where you disagree. Subscribe here for more film reviews, where I have a lot for films that aren't released to the public, for, my NYFF screenings and TIFF screenings. And I'll see you later. Peace out. Bye.